Hi guys! So today, welcome to the first video installation of A Good Watch. Today we are going to be talking about one of my absolute favorite, definitely in the top 5, like probably at number 2. I don't know what I'm going to give number 1 to. But we're talking about this amazing movie. I love it so much. I've watched it probably over 4 times, I think. Honestly, I love it. And every time I watch it, I learn something new and I just remember new lines, some of the faves. If you're a bird, I'm a bird. Okay, let me stop. But yes, The Notebook. It is an amazing movie. I know this is a very popular movie. Even when it came out, it was very popular, and it's a classic. So I'm sure a lot of people have watched it. But for those who haven't, maybe there are some who have not watched The Notebook as yet, I just want to let you all know y'all missing out on a great romance. Okay? Watch that movie. So the characters, or the main characters, are Noah and Allie. And in the beginning, it just talks about it. In the beginning, it opens up in I want to say a retirement home or a nursing home. And that is where the older character of Noah and Allie are residing at. Noah is currently facing some health issues, and Allie is suffering through dementia. She's currently losing her memory. And I don't want to give the entire plot of the movie away, but essentially, Allie wrote down their story in a notebook. I guess when she knew that she was losing her memory. And so she wrote down their love story so that Noah could read it to her probably on a daily basis or as often as he could, so that she would remember him when he read the words that she wrote about their love story to her. And it's just amazing. So some things that I could just say about this movie is that Noah's dedication from the start and his persistence as a man was shown from the very start. And that's something that, as a woman who just, is currently in the, looking for something in the future, love, persistence, and dedication is definitely something that I would require and something that I would look forward to in a life partner. And Noah had that from the start. He came out the gate, he saw what he wanted, and he said, "You're mine and I'm gonna get you." And he pursued that girl. She was so reluctant at first. She was just like, "I'm not with it. I don't want you. I don't want it. Whatever you throw it at me, please turn it away because I don't want it." But that man persisted, okay? And then eventually she had to soften up and let him in. And he won her heart, and he won her heart good, okay? So this movie is amazing. And Allie is she came from a rich background. Both her parents or her dad is very wealthy, and so she's well taken care of. And Noah is not from the richest parts of town. He doesn't or hasn't experienced the finer things in life, doesn't go on summer vacations like Allie doesn't have summer homes in certain states and things like that. But he's definitely a man of intelligence, of integrity, of character, and I think that is definitely what Allie fell in love with, as opposed to him just being a boy who was rich. So you could definitely tell that despite the fact that she grew up wealthy, she knew how to recognize good values in a man and knew that that's what made a man, as opposed to his financial status. And so that's just an amazing, takeaway from the movie as well. And, he was just also, they balance each other out, I would say, in their partnership. because he was the one to, you know, liven her up and make her go on the wild side a little bit and try new things and do the things that she wanted, even though she was afraid inside, you know. And he was the one to open her up to that world, and she was the one who kind of brought a sense of balance, even though she was, homegirl was a little toxic in the beginning, a little just, you know, that's that little rich spoiled girl thing she had. But he was okay. He dealt with it well. You know, he was the cool, calm presence when she was on her. Woo! You know, so they balance each other out. You know, when she was being a pain in the butt, he knew how to be the calm, cool, and steady guy, and that was just their dynamic. They were good for each other, and he was with it. He was willing to commit to all that she was, which is another thing that I just love about the movie. He knew all her crazy cuckoo sides. Slapped that man more than once, you know, more than once. And so, you know, he stayed around. He still wrote 365 letters every single day for a year. He wrote her. Would I maybe, I don't know, probably not. No. But that's the story of their love, and it's beautiful, and it's not perfect, and they stuck it out, and it lasted the test of time. And so that's just an amazing, 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 amazing part of this movie. And when they were younger, he took her to the house, and that's where they almost had their first love scene. And she talked about, you know, he talked about building the house and renovating the house. And, you know, she interjected and talked. Also, I don't have a say in this. And, you know, he allowed her to have a say in this. So she said what she wanted the house to look like. And that man did that thing. He eventually followed up and built the house after he came back from war. Bought the house. Well, his dad sold his house so that he could buy the house. And then he built it, and then he built it in the way that she imagined. She wanted blue shutters. She wanted a certain type. She wanted it to be white. Everything that she wanted, he built for her, even though that she wasn't in his life. He had this kind of lasting faith that she would somehow come to him, that she would somehow find her way back to him, even though the love that they shared was somewhat considered teenage romance, and that just, you know, dwindles off and dies, and you grow up and then you realize that life is so much more than love. You know, that was not their story, and that was just beautiful to witness how their love just did not dwindle with time. And so, yeah, it's an amazing movie. I promise you, you're gonna love it. I don't want to give everything away, but it is a beautiful film, and there are going to be parts where you're probably almost in tears. There are going to be parts where you're probably just like smiling and you don't even realize it, and then you realize you're smiling, you're like, oh my gosh, romance movies. But this is just one of those movies that's just going to do it to you. It's going to have you in your feels. It's going to make you feel all the feels. I promise. I promise. Okay? Feel all the feels, and it's just, watch it with your bae, watch it by yourself so you can have something to look forward to, but don't have too much expectations out here. Show day, okay? It's a movie. But yeah, The Notebook, the first installation of A Good Watch. Bye. Have a good one, you guys. Blessings, blessings, and love.